wide. So that shows that it has opportunities in all the sectors. Now, specifically, if I talk about the sector spotlight, you see, let's take an example of engineering. Now, engineering contributes more than 5.6 billion annually to Irish exports. Four of the top 10 global engineering design firms, they are located in Ireland. Like I mentioned, ICT definitely is very popular and has a lot of scope in Ireland. So if I talk about internet and games, it is regarded as internet and games capital of Europe. 16 of the top 20 global tech companies and top 3 enterprise software providers are located in Ireland. It is also the fourth largest exporter of financial services in Europe, with 430 plus financial services companies located. These days, we hear a lot about energy, about renewable, green energy, solar energy. So Ireland is regarded second highest in Europe for wind and solar energy. So all the students who are looking for engineering courses and want to be into the engineering sector, they have a lot of scope in Ireland regarding that. 80% of electricity which is produced in Ireland is by the renewable resources. If I talk about the biopharma industry, all the students who wish to study biotechnology, biomolecular sciences, or biotherapeutics, it's the perfect destination for them. Why I call it so is Ireland is the world's third largest exporter in biopharmaceutical goods, with 80 billion plus annual exports. So it has a good scope in that industry, the medtech industry, the pharmaceutical industry. The students, if you talk about Novartis or Pfizer, companies like that, they have full operations in Ireland, and a lot of UCD students, they're already working over there. So in short, in this slide, I wanted to show you that there is scope in almost all the sectors. So don't restrict, explore all the opportunities. And the students who are looking for business opportunities, if there is industry, definitely there will be students who will be required for the business purposes also. So you have good, remarkable opportunities or return of investment in Ireland. Now, I specifically talk about UCD. So UCD is, if I see Ireland's global university, UCD is around 180 years old university, which has over 37,000 students on campus. And out of them, around 9,500 are international students. We get good Indian community also, but yes, there is good scope of students from different nationalities. So currently on campus, if I see, there are more than 130 nationalities on campus. It's a beautiful campus. It's the largest campus in whole Europe, which is a 350 acres land campus. Now I just spoke about the campus. There are 3 lakes within the campus. Now this picture which you see, this is just opposite our engineering department. And you see 1 lake. So similar to that, there are 3 lakes beside that. These days we hear a lot about sustainability, so sustainability, if you see in finance also, there is sustainability. In engineering, we are talking about sustainability. So UCD is also putting a lot of efforts on sustainability. So if I talk about the green studies at UCD, we are ranked #1 in Ireland for sustainability for this year. So all the students who are looking for sustainability as their career, they have excellent scope in Ireland and specifically in UCD. Now, we offer courses in almost all the areas. So, if you talk about engineering, architecture, science, health, business, we have courses in almost all the fields which are mentioned. So, if it is computer science, we do offer a very unique program which caters to very specific needs of the student. So, if you're interested in artificial intelligence or you want your career into data science, the course is structured in the way that you study what you are interested to study. This is the reason our programs in computer science is maintaining 100% job success rate. And students, they are securing positions in almost all the big organizations. Our programs, they have a very mixed, you can say, curriculum, which involves a project which could be industry project or a research project. So when we talk about industry project, you will actually go out in industry and complete your project and return back. So this is the reason our programs are extremely popular and very sought after by the industry. And our students, if you see, they get opportunities when they are studying also. If we talk about engineering, like I mentioned about engineering, we have 2 years courses plus we have 1 year courses, which are all industry-based programs. So you can have a look on that. On our website, details are given. Now, if I talk about business, so our Smurfit Business School is extremely popular. And if you are looking for courses which are in the top 50 worldwide, all our courses, they have extremely good ranking and placements in future. So our students, they are working in very closely in the industry. So if you have interest in courses like management consultancy or project management or business analytics, we have all those programs. For our MBA program, we need work experience. So your work experience of 4 to 5 years is required to qualify into that program. Now, coming to the next slide, again, I have jotted down few companies which are extremely popular and where our students are working. Now, the question arises, why our students are so sought after? How is UCD helping them facilitate to get jobs in future? Now, see, internationally, there is no guarantee for job placements, or you can say, 100% job you will get. But what the university does is that we help you secure the job and make you job ready. How we do is through career coaching, through CV building, through networking with the employers. So how we do that is through the career fairs. So you might have heard about career fairs, which are very popular, in all the international universities, is where, like you have invited UCD, similarly, we invite different employers. They come, they talk about what opportunities are coming, and then we tell you about the timelines and how you can make an application and can get selected. So UCD has a very unique, feature for its students, which is called as CV 360. So through CV 360, we give you a complete 360 degrees feedback on your CV. And suppose you're coming for a master's program, which is 1 year in duration, that gives you complete information on how you need to, make your profile better so that it is acceptable by the employers. So all this work is done by our career development team, who help you, inform about all the opportunities which are there and when to apply. Now, coming to the academic entry requirements. So our entry requirements for postgrad courses, they start from 60% to 80%. It also depends on which university you're coming from. So when we receive a profile of the student, we actually see where, which university you've studied from, what your scores are, and subject-wise, how you have performed. So if you have a lot of backlogs and low scores, there would be possibility that even if you're meeting the overall scores, you might get a rejection. Okay, so in short, we look at academically very strong students. So, when you apply, you see, we see your other documents also, which adds value to the application. For example, the statement of purpose, your letter of recommendation, your CV. If you want to highlight any of your achievements, do upload your CV. That helps us understand your profile much better. For undergrad students, our entry requirements are different for different courses. We start from 75%, and that goes up to 95% also, depending on what course you apply. For some courses, we don't require SAT scores as well. So make sure if there are any undergrad students to go through our website and provide us information which is required. Now, when we receive an application, it is very important that you provide us a complete, application, which includes all your mark sheets, which are semester-wise, because like I mentioned, we go through each and every module, how you have performed, how you have studied, right? So, yeah. So that this is the reason we recommend a very clear application from you. Also make sure that your application is complete. If you've not taken any English proficiency test, still do not worry. Sorry, my system is really creating a glitch. But yeah, sorry about the slides which are flickering themselves. Anyways, so make sure that you provide us your application, which is complete in all aspects. Now, coming to the English proficiency. So English proficiency, we require, we accept Duolingo exam, we accept IELTS, TOEFL, PTE. All these exams are acceptable, and the scores are mentioned. For example, if it is IELTS, we need 6.5 with no score less than 6 in each module. And but for some programs, these requirements can be higher as well. So please make sure that you go through our website first to determine whether what are the entry requirements for that specific program. Now I come to scholarship, which is very important for all the students, and UCD does give scholarship to all the meritorious students as well. So there are a couple of programs where we give you automated scholarships, where you do not have to apply. So we see your application, and if you are eligible for any scholarship, that will be mentioned on your offer letter itself. Then there are some comparative scholarships also. For example, we have Global Excellence Scholarship. So in Global Excellence, the student can get up to 100% scholarship. So this you can apply only after receiving an offer letter from us. So once you have your offer letter, go through your portal. There is a specific application form that you have to fill. So please make sure that you fill that form with complete dedication, because there are some questions which you have to answer, and on the basis of that, we only determine. Sorry, I just stopped it because it's a lot of slides are moving in between. I was talking about scholarships. So Government of Ireland also provides you with some scholarships. So this scholarship, last year its deadline was 25th of March. This year the deadlines are not yet out, but whenever our students, they apply, we do notify them that this scholarship is open. You can apply to multiple scholarships, but you can get whichever is the highest one. Only one scholarship can be applied to you. In case you've made an application, you've received an offer letter, and you've not received any partial scholarship, that means that program does not offer any scholarship. Okay, so you do not have to worry. Then still you have a chance to apply for the Global Excellence Scholarship. It is a competitive scholarship where like we receive over 600 applications every year, and there are around 12 students which are selected. So you can get up to 100% and 50% scholarship when it comes to global excellence. Now, that's all from my side. I've covered scholarship also. I will take all your questions if you have. You can add it in the chat section. I see some questions have already been added. I will start answering them. In between, if you feel your question is not there, just pop it in the chat section and I will cover that. Okay, so a very important point here is that our applications or our admissions for September 2025 intake are open. So we have a rolling admission system that is first come, first basis. So our application process, it started on 1st of October. And since then, we've received over 2,000 applications already in the system. And so if you've not applied yet, this is high time to make an application and apply. And like I mentioned, the volume of applications is quite high from India. So this is the reason we are taking a little more time in replying to you. So our usual TAT is around 4 to 6 weeks. So you can wait for us to give you a decision on your application. Plus, when we review an application, we also inform the students if any documents are pending. So you will receive an email from us, and an upload section is created on your portal where whichever document is pending, we will ask you to upload it whenever it is available to you. So please have a look on your portal too. And I know you've applied through your agent, but you all have an access to your own portal also. So like I mentioned for scholarship, that you need to prepare the scholarship application yourself. Okay, your agent can only facilitate you, help you in making the application, but for scholarship, all applications have to be made yourself. Okay, so for global excellence, the deadline to apply is 28th of February. I repeat, 28th of February for the postgrads, and it is 31st of March for the undergrad students. So please remember to make an application and apply at that time. Some students have asked about scholarship in specific areas. For computer science negotiated learning postgrad course, we do not offer any partial scholarship. So once you have received an offer letter, then you can make an application for global excellence. If you're selected for global excellence, that scholarship will be applied. Otherwise, it is difficult to give any partial scholarship. But like I mentioned, the program has a very high success rate. Even if you do not get any scholarship, don't get disheartened, because students, after studying this course, are getting very good job opportunities in future. And if you see the course curriculum also, the third semester is a project or an industry project. So the students who go out in industry, there is very high chance of getting absorbed by the same organization. So when you join the university in September, around early March, we start telling you about the project and how you need to connect with the potential employers, and you can take help from our internship managers also and can secure the project. And I mentioned, ICT has excellent scope in Ireland, so that will definitely give you remarkable opportunities. The next question is around accommodation. So UCD, like I mentioned, has the largest campus in whole Europe. So we have on-campus accommodation available. Okay, so it is very conveniently located. It is very near to all the departments. It will be just a 5 minutes walk if you're in the Belfield campus. Now we have two campuses. So business postgrad students, they go to Smurfit, which is around 3 kilometers away from the main campus. And it has its own separate accommodation at the Blackrock campus. So this year we've started our accommodation. Accommodation is also competitive like our admission system. So it will be, first come, first basis again. So once you have an offer letter, our team connects with you automatically. And if you go on our portal, you will find information about accommodation. There is a form that you have to fill. And if you are selected, you are notified by our team. Then there is a deposit requirement, which is mentioned. So you have to make sure to accept that offer and secure your accommodation. Okay, so that's about accommodation. I move to the next question, which is on RPL. Okay. Okay. Yeah, sorry, you were saying something?
Uh, yeah, like regarding this RPL, like some students who have like around 7 to 8 years of experience, but they do not have like much percentage in their bachelor's degree. So in that case, like what would be the process of application for them? So like many students are pointing out that particular question. So we have consolidated some of those questions and we have put it down there.
Okay. Now, see, that's not called as RPL actually. So RPL is when RPL's full form is recognition of prior learning. Okay. So this happens when some students, they've done an undergraduation, maybe 3 years or 2 years in India, and now they want to, continue further in UCD. So then they approach us for RPL. Okay, so for that purpose, they need to apply for an undergrad first year only. Okay, so when they make an application for first year, we will see the entry requirements similar to a student who has just completed 12th grade. If suppose the program requires them 80% at the 12th grade level, okay, then we will start assessment. Okay, so suppose the student has 85%, has met the requirement, we will give them an offer letter that will state first year entry only. Post that, there is a form, which is the RPL form. It is given on our website. Student has to, make an application and send it to the department. Then the department assesses it and see what core modules the student has covered and if any credits are possible or not. If the credits are possible, they will give some credits. It is difficult, to be honest, because see, UCD's system of teaching is very different, right? So that's the reason it's not like Australia that 2 years you've studied immediately, you'll get 2 years of credit. It could be 1 year credit, it could be 6 months credit that you will be given. Okay. Now, coming to the second scenario, which you said, where the student has less percentage, but they have 7, 8 years of experience supporting, and now they want to apply. So, in this case, also, we do see what their work experience had been. Okay, if the work experience has been remarkable and we feel that they are going to give a lot of value addition in a classroom, then definitely we will consider them. Okay, so I give you an example of one of the students. He had around 10 years of experience. He had like average percentage, which does not qualify into a program, but he had work experience, which our professors felt that is going to help a lot, or you can say a value addition for the other students who are studying. So we took them. So this is case to case basis, but yes, if there were a lot of fails, at the undergrad level, and now there, it has to be reasonable. Okay, if that is the case, then we might look at that.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that should be fine. And
Okay.
another question, Supriya, like it's related to some of the programs like intelligent manufacturing, robotics and intelligent manufacturing. So, if we look at the description of the program, it says that it's supported by some companies like Kuka Robotics or something. So, if there's a kind of like information which is given there, does that like add value to a student when they enroll for the program if it is supported by companies or something?
Absolutely, because see, ultimate goal of the student is to get the best of the education and to get best of the career opportunities, right? So this is the reason we arrange a lot of career fairs also, and before the enrollment, we do career sessions also for our students, where like we invite our internship managers who help the student understand what are the opportunities available over there, and what is the process. So basically, sometimes students they say that I'll be new to this country. I know nothing about the recruitment process. I know nothing about the employers. How am I going to get the jobs? Right? So, in short, we have end-to-end support for the students, and our Indian students are remarkable. Like they know, they have to find the way out. A lot of time and money is involved here, so that's the reason they do not face this difficulty. And I always advise the students that you mingle around people. Don't just stay constrained to Indian nationalities, that oh, I get some Indian friends, I'm going to stay with them only. Start mingling around, talk to different people, and that helps you with networking with more people, and you hear from them, you understand the process, and that helps you secure the best possible opportunities, internationally. And at UCD we will do a lot of things, so every day something is happening. There will be workshops organized, and you won't be surprised, maybe sometimes Google CEO comes for a lecture, and that person is giving you a lecture and you hear from them. So these are the kind of opportunities that you get internationally. So, and another advice I always give the students is, because there's so much happening on campus, when there's a pressure of doing a part-time job or a blue collar job, you miss out on those things, right? So this is the reason we always say that, just focus on your education, because it's just 1 year. First semester will pass in settling. Second semester is the time when you will be enjoying your student life, because third semester is again an industry project that you will be doing. So 1 year will pass very quickly. So just enjoy fullest, network more, and you will get the best of the opportunities.
Okay. Just on the point about like one question here. On the third semester, so it's an industry-based like dissertation or something project of which the student needs to do, or how it works there, Supriya?
So some programs will have research project also. Okay, so for example, if I talk about science, or if I talk about biotherapeutics, for example, the third semester is an industry project or a research project, because there we see a lot of students, they want to get into research side. So you get that opportunity, right? But you have the opportunity also in future, like if you feel that no, this is not working out, or I need to get into R&D or something like that, you have an option to get in touch with the internship managers or the career development center, and they will help you connect with the industry again. So I know a lot of students who worked for some times into R&D, and later they got PhD options also, right? So any student who has an interest into research, I would say that go on UCD website. You'll find what are the researches going on, and right from the beginning, when you are doing your masters, start networking with those professors who are in charge, right? And then you will get an opportunity. Maybe they'll take you, because there's a lot of investment from them. And if they have full confidence in you, then there will be a chance that they might take you.
Good, good, good. Can I speak? I'm Shrikant here.
Yes, sir,
Uh,
please.
Yeah.
yes. So I think my daughter is already in the group. I think she has applied for the UCD, the negotiated learning. I think just Madam Supriya has excellent. Okay, she has given the beautiful outlook of the UCD. Okay, that's very, very important on how it looks.
Thank you, sir.
It's very superb and the brief outline. I have some few questions. I think you are in this area. I think you can explain it clearly.
Yes.
First question is, I think you are based in Delhi. You are a representative of the UCD or you are working in UCD?
So I work for UCD, sir. So UCD has 6 global centers all over the world.
Okay.
Right. So our work is to connect with all the students who wish to study in UCD. Right. So I am the official UCD representative for South Asia.
Okay. 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 So you select the you forward the applications or you are also in the selection panel?
So I am into decision making also.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. And one question, I think UCD we know much about. I think Sandeep has given a brief introduction about the UCD. We are speaking with Sandeep as well. I think the Trinity College is around 87th in the international branding, and where are we? UCD is placed at
You say international branding, what exactly, which area?
international. I think I saw in the this news. This comes to the 87th as 87th in the
You
international
mean the
ranking.
employability ranking, sir?
It's on the college in the science and technology.
Right. So definitely, yes, sir. We are 87th. You've read very correctly. Plus, if I talk about the employability ranking from 5 consecutive years, we are ranked #1 in Ireland for employability. Now, you mentioned that you are looking for computer science for your daughter, right?
Negotiated learning, yes.
Yes, computer science negotiated learning. Now, this is the most sought after course that is one of the most competitive programs of UCD. So when I say most competitive programs, the reason behind is because of the outcome that the students have received. So all our students, I'll not say because you might feel that I'm the representative. I'm talking
No. It's
all
okay.
the good
Please
things.
free. Feel
But
free.
yeah, so you connect with our students through LinkedIn, and you can hear from them where they are working. And this is the reason this course has become so
How
competitive
many
because
years old this
outcome.
course has been formed, ma'am?
This
Uh,
is 1 year course.
no. How many years before this course has been started? Negotiated learning.
It will be more than 15, 20 years, maybe.
Oh, 15 years. Okay.
Yeah. So from 8 years, like I am working in UCD from last 8 years.
Okay.
So I know that, and before that also, it will be around 7, 8 years,
So the
definitely.
placement percentage. Uh,
Sir, like I mentioned, that it is maintaining almost 100% job success rate.
okay. So the total number of seats is around 120 to 150 in that college for this university for this course. Okay. Okay. That's good. How do you differentiate UCD from the Trinity?
Sir, I'll talk only about UCD here. Okay, for a healthy competition, like I mentioned, that UCD is very well known for its computer science department, especially. If you
Yes.
do some research more, definitely Trinity is an excellent university, very well known, very well branded university. But if you talk about UCD, UCD is the most innovative and technically strong university.
Okay.
Right. So there is no comparison when it comes to computer science, especially, even for business, like we are top ranked. And like I mentioned about our employability ranking, which is much higher than the other ones. So that in itself reflects that UCD's course is, they are well rated and globally accepted, and employability wise, they are the perfect fit for all the students.
Good. Very, very clear. I think I'm happy that you I may be asking more questions, but your answers are very clear and crispy and specific. Okay, happy to hear that. Okay.
Thank you,
Uh,
sir.
so, and what is the average and the minimum to maximum salary after this MSc negotiated learning? Approximate. Okay, it may not be exactly.
So that depends, on a lot of things. Now, see, when it comes to an interview, how well you present yourself, that determines your jobs.
Yes.
And you can say average 35 to 40,000 is the average package. I
Okay.
know some students who have got around 70,000 also. I'm
Okay.
not saying that definitely the student is going to get, but it depends on multiple things. But yes,
Okay.
average would be 35, 40,000.
Good, good, good. And the last question, I will not ask much more. And accommodation, what is the approximate fee for the accommodation in the university?
So accommodation wise, if you say, I'll give you a rough idea
Yes,
of the
rough
living
idea is okay.
expenses which will come. Now, Dublin is a metro city just like Delhi and Mumbai.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so it will be a little more costly. So 12 to 14,000 could be your yearly expense for living.
So 1,000 euros per month.
Approximately.
It includes everything, including accommodation,
Yeah, so this is,
living,
yes,
food, everything.
accommodation, living, your transportation,
The
whatever
food,
expenses
food,
are there.
everything.
This is a, yeah, approximate idea.
So that 1,000 euros per month after living in the campus itself.
So that depends. Now, campus accommodation, there are different categories of accommodations on campus. Okay, so which accommodation you get, it starts from 10,000.
Okay.
Some accommodations maybe 9,000 to 10,000 euros. Okay, then it depends on some students, they want off-campus accommodation that lowers your living expenses because you share that accommodation.
Okay.
And if you're cooking yourself, that will lower your expenses. If you're
Understood.
eating
So it's
out,
on a
yeah,
first
so
come,
all
first
these
serve
things.
basis.
Yeah, this is the reason I give you just a rough
Approximate.
estimate of that.
Okay. Good, good, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Hi, ma'am. Good evening. This is Deepak here.
Hi, Deepak.
Ma'am, so actually, I'm looking for my master's. So I did my BTech in chemical engineering. So while go through all such, only UCD have the master course in chemical. So may I know the key aspects of my job and how the studies will be?
Hmm. So we have a couple of programs, if you've seen that, right? Basically, your undergrad degree is in chemistry itself.
Chemical engineering.
You've done chemical engineering. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then it is fine. Now, see, we have different aspects. Like we have a synthetic chemistry as well. We have chemistry negotiated learning as well. So, negotiated learning is again where, like, as you are the subject expert, you might have determined few fields where you want to enter in future. Okay, so your course is inbuilt and tailor-made as per your area of interest. Okay, so chemistry, like we believe, is just a subject. It's not, because it's quite broad internationally. So you will get opportunities to select which side you want to take your career to. And this program will also have an industry project. So in later you want to get into any specific industry, you can do your 3 to 4 months project over there. And that is where we've seen our students getting it absorbed.
Yes, ma'am. So I have applied for UCD, ma'am, for 2025.
Okay.
So I have one question. So in my application, I got some scholarships. So in addition, can I apply another scholarships like global
Yeah.
scholarships and
Yeah, of course. So you must have received partial scholarship. Okay. So that
yeah,
would be mentioned. Now, right now, our Global Excellence Scholarship is not live. So when it is live, we will notify our students and you can make an application and apply for our Global Excellence Scholarship. So its results will be out early, you can say mid of March. the decisions will be out. Suppose you get 100% scholarship, that will be applied on your offer letter, and the current scholarship will be bypassed.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and then there is, like I mentioned, Government of Ireland scholarship. So Government of Ireland provides you with living expenses also. Okay, so they give you tuition fees plus 10,000 living expenses. In case you get that, then this global excellence, which you might have received, that will be bypassed because that will be higher. So in short, like whichever is scholarship is higher will be applied to your offer letter.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, a last question. So in India, for PG students, we have the opportunities to mingle with the bachelor students. So like research work or for teaching side. So is there any other opportunities like this in UCD?
You mean the TA and RA positions?
Yes.
Yeah, so we do have teaching assistants and research assistants positions which are advertised. Honestly speaking, usually they're given to the PhD students, but I have seen few cases where the students have been notified. So where once you are a UCD student officially and you've registered, just like Naukri.com, you will get an access to a portal where like all the opportunities are advised, and then you have to make an application and apply to it. If your application is successful, you might get it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am. That's all.
Thank you, Deepak.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day.
You too.
Hey, Supriya, I have one more question, Supriya. It's from a student
Yes.
actually. They want to get some like information regarding the differences between a management consultancy program and the project management program. What might be the difference between them? So if they have secured both the offers for both the courses, then like on what basis they can give like preference?
See, if the student has got both the offer letters, now both the programs are excellent, but if you see the curriculum, there's a lot of difference in both. Now, these days we've seen that a lot of students they want to get into consultancy, side, and usually students from computer science they have interest doing that. But on the other side, if I see regarding project management, a lot of students from computer science, if I'm talking about, they want to become delivery managers in future and they want to manage those projects. So both the programs will have different outcomes, right? And there's a lot of difference in the curriculum side, right? I won't answer by saying that no, they should choose this or that. I never do that because that's totally students' decision. I always advise them that you see the curriculum in detail. And if you see our website, it's very self-explanatory. It tells you about curriculum. It tells you about what careers our students have got, what companies our students have got, and then take an informed decision. You are on mute, sorry.
Yeah, we have a student who has completed his like graduation in mechanical engineering. What programs do you think might be like apt for him so that like he can get into some good jobs at the end of the completion of the program?
Okay. Now, see, if it is mechanical engineering and the student is really interested to pursue further in mechanical engineering, I would really suggest them our 2 years program in mechanical engineering, which is our ME mechanical engineering program. Now, this has 6 to 8 months of inbuilt internship in it. And the last semester is again a project. So in short, if you see like almost a year, the student will be spending in the industry only. So this is the reason almost every student who gets into that program has a job offer even before they graduate, right? So that's an excellent program. And when you do an ME degree, you are entitled to work as an engineer, in Ireland. So that's the best thing about it in future if you want to study that. If the student wants a mix of two things, for example, if they want to continue with mechanical engineering but also want to study some management, so they can look at our engineering management program. This is a 1 year program where again the third semester will be a project which will be industry project. So here the student will have an opportunity whether they want to do a hardcore mechanical project or they want to do a management project. Okay, so they'll have both the choices in future, whether to do a technical role or to get into the management side.
One more like questions related to aviation finance program. So because there is very like one or two universities in Ireland which offer this program, and what would be the advantage if a student is like interested to enroll for this program? Any particular advantages?
A lot
Hello.
of advantages actually. This is a superb program. Now see, any program which is developed, now this program must be 5 years, 6 years old. So any program which comes into existence is because of the demand of the industry, right? So there was a sudden demand from the aviation sector for the people who have the expertise to handle the aviation finance. Right, so this is a very niche area. So if your interest is specifically into aviation side, this is a perfect course. We have a student right now. He's working in India. He is the AVP of Indigo here in Delhi. So he did aviation finance. He's working over there on an excellent position, right? So if this requires a very strong interest into finance plus into this specific aviation industry. And Ireland is the hub of aviation sector, right? This is the reason a lot of students they are taken from there. Right. So if you get any student, specifically looking for that, definitely tell them. Otherwise, we have other courses also, like we have sustainability, like I mentioned, sustainability involved with finance. So you have sustainable finance, which is there. We have quantitative finance. We have a pure finance program also. So again, if the student will research, fintech industry is extremely popular. So you have financial data science. So what industry the student is actually looking to get into will help them understand which sector they should select. I think Ayush has a question because we are running short. It's just 5 minutes now left. So let's quickly take up all the questions.
Hello,
Yes, hi Ayush.
am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are.
Actually, ma'am, I'm planning to do MSc in Supply Chain Management. Currently, I'm doing BBA in International Business, and I'm in my final year. So, can you tell me about that particular course in UCD, Supply Chain Management?
Yeah, so we have supply chain management. If you see UCD's program, they come in the top 50. And supply chain management is involved with all logistics. I hope you've seen the program, the curriculum. So it is very much there.
Yes, ma'am.
And
I've applied also, and I've seen the
you've
curriculum.
applied also. Yeah,
Yes.
so you've seen as well. So do you have any specific program question which you want to ask?
No, ma'am. I just wanted to know the overview of that course from your side
See,
and the job
if
opportunity over there for this
yeah,
particular
so
course.
definitely, I'll tell you about that now. Logistics industry is again very strong, not just in Ireland, but worldwide also. If we talk about the one like DHL, DHL has the biggest operations in Ireland, right? So that is where a lot of students they are employed from our course also. Right, so you can definitely get a job, and in this program also you will get an industry project. So and Ireland, if you see, especially Dublin is a port city. It
Yeah.
has a big port over there, and that is the reason the logistics demand is extremely high in that area. So if you get through this program, which is in the top 50
And ma'am,
worldwide,
I wanted
yeah.
to ask about the I'm fresher and I'm like going without taking any work experience. So like,
That is fine. We do not require any work experience for this program.
okay,
So that is totally fine.
yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Supriya. There's one more question from a student like Suganya. So she has done a bachelor's in architecture and she has like a good number of years of experience. So, like, what master's course would you be suggesting?
Okay, so if you've done bachelor's in architecture already, and if you wish to work as an architect, then you should go for a 2 years program, which is our M.Arch architecture. Yeah, so that's a complete master's degree that is there. In case you are interested in any specialization which you want to do, like landscape architecture or urban planning, so we do have those 1 year programs also. And all these programs will have practical component in that. So, if you are applying for an architecture program, then your portfolio is extremely important. So, like Sandeep mentioned, that you have a lot of years of experience. So that will reflect in your portfolio. So put extra efforts on that. Sandeep, again, you are on mute.
Yeah. So, Priya, like one more question is there with like most of the students. What is the difference between like an ME and MSc? What difference they can find?
So ME programs are the ones like, to work as an engineer in future, you need to have a 2 years degree. Okay, so if you do that 2 years degree, then you can work as an engineer. So you'll see a lot of our programs like civil engineering, they have Engineers of Ireland accreditation also. That is, you can post your completion of your master's, you will work as an engineer. Now, engineering science degree, MSc, this is a 1 year degree. Now, to get to work as an engineer for few years, you will have to work under an engineer. Then only you can, proceed as an independent engineer. So this is the difference for both the degrees. Now, another difference is between the internship and the project. So like I mentioned, 2 years degree will give you almost 1 year exposure in the industry. 1 year degree will give you 3 to 4 months of an industry project. So I think we tried covering almost all the questions. Thank you again for, attending the session till the very last. And in case you have any questions, you have our authorized representative, Student Destination Services. Sandeep is very experienced, so stay in touch. And in case you have any further questions, you can write to us also, and we will help you. So,
Thank you, Supriya and Simran, for providing a detailed insights on. It's a like very really helpful session for us and for the students as well. And so, in case like if any queries comes from the students, then just like have a direct contact with you.
UCD helps in the graduate programs.
sir, you can connect with Sandeep and he will help you. So thank you once again, and sorry for the presentation glitch which has happened. And I wish you all the very best for your future. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Supriya. Thank you, Simran.